Alright, I'm back on the trail again. It is the afternoon of day, it's Thursday today, day 22 I think. I don't know when I'm going to stop counting, but probably at some stage I'll lose count and won't bother to figure it out. But I've just left Big Bear Lake after a nice little easy 10-minute hitch to get out of town. Spent the last 2 nights there, 2 nights in 1 day. Got in from that big 27-mile day. Stayed in an Airbnb with some other hikers. Ate pizza, drank beer, relaxed, and spent the whole next day sort of doing chores pretty much, and eating. Chores between eating. Still sound like get breakfast, get a hotel room, run around, do laundry, go and buy resupply food, pass out for a while, eat more food, and just sort of rinse and repeat. But no, it's good to be back out on trail. It doesn't sort of, I think I spent maybe 2 hours lying in my hotel room watching TV, and that was enough to make me desperate to get back out here, and no way I was spending another day there. It is pretty chilly today. Top of 4 degrees Celsius, and it was snowing in town just before, so it's just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. So we did leave town quite late, mostly because we kept walking outside and it was way too cold to leave, and yeah, snowing. Only lightly, very light, like not accumulating on the ground or anything, but still cold enough to snow. I'm gonna rip my jacket up there. Yeah, so it's gonna be a cold night tonight. Hopefully not as bad as the other night, but yeah, the weather for the next week's looking pretty good. So 20 degrees during the day. Should be almost perfect hiking weather. Lost a lot of hikers actually. Maybe I jinxed it. I said I hadn't personally known any hikers who had quit yet, and then I think there's 5 that just called it quits in Big Bear back there. It's really sad actually. It was an Australian couple who I'd been back and forth with for a few days. He had done a bit of hiking. I'm not sure, she hadn't done any big hikes before, but yeah, they were doing some big miles, and I guess yeah, they just weren't loving it, so they pulled the pin, and dude Chuckles from Belgium just ran into him getting the hitch and said his feet hurt too much. He's had it. He's going back to Belgium. And I learned of a couple others who have gone off trail either for injury or for good. So it makes it a little bit more real when you realise other people are pulling the pin. Certainly not for everyone out here. Someone I was just talking to about it said, yeah, not everyone's into sort of suffering, and I mean, personally, I'm not suffering, and even when I had a chest infection for the first 2.5 weeks, I was suffering, but yeah, I know, it's unpleasant at times, or most of the time, but as you can see, it's still quite windy. I think we're still in a high wind warning for, I think, till tonight, but it's supposed to drop off this afternoon, so it's going to be a cold night, below 0, but shouldn't be too bad. This buff keeps the sun and the wind off pretty well. I'm feeling good. That's a nice change. Whatever those antibiotics I took were seem to have, hopefully, again, knock on wood, but hopefully been enough to beat whatever bug I was fighting. I felt good since I took those, like full energy. I feel 100%, which is an awesome change to be out here, upbeat, yeah, energetic. Apparently much more of a smart ass to the people I'm around. So yeah, no, it's good. And I've got, in a couple of days, there's some hot springs, which I know they can be good. I haven't heard a lot of good things about them, just because it can be quite crowded, a lot of locals and a lot of rubbish and stuff like that apparently, but I'm still sort of trying to be hopeful and not get my hopes up at the same time. I've packed out a lot of food, so I definitely have enough food to sit there for a day or at least an afternoon and enjoy the hot springs. So yeah, I got my food bag's ridiculous. I did post a photo on Facebook this morning with all the food I bought, and it weighs, oh god, like it's got to be 20 pounds or 10 kilos, which is 22 pounds. I don't know, it's just a ton of food. So I'm just gonna eat relentlessly for a while until my pack gets smaller and lighter, which should be fun. It's always better than rationing food. And yeah, I got 103 miles till the next town, Wrightwood, which is about 165-ish kilometers. So part of me wants to think I can get that done in about 5 days, but realistically so far I've been a lot slower than I anticipated. So I've got about 7 days worth of food on me, I hope. Plus there's a highway we cross over in about 5 days or 4 days, some number of days, I don't know. There's a highway I cross over at some point, which has Subway and McDonald's, and if I get desperate I can load up on food there. So good weather, the terrain looks pretty good, nothing too crazy steep, no giant mountains or anything that I'm aware of. So hopefully next week's gonna be really good hiking. Just nice undulating, nice weather, good conditions. Yeah, should be good. So I'll wrap this up there, and we'll see what unfolds in the next week. All right. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but it's actually snowing.
There's snow on trail.
It explains what.
Make it out of the desert.
It explains why it got so much colder all of a sudden. Because I don't think the camera's getting it all. There are tiny little snowflakes, but it is snowing and I'm in shorts. It's snowing a little heavier now. I'm trying.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to get some of the flakes in there. Yeah. Now it's. Yep, definitely captured a lot. You can really see it now. It is snowing, and it's not that cold. It's a little bit cold. I'm still wearing shorts and a t-shirt, so I'm sure once I stop moving it's going to get really cold real quick. Walking towards this mystery construction in the middle of nowhere. A very large part of me is hoping it's a toilet or a washroom or just some water, which I think it's probably just water, but definitely not what you expect to find out here in the middle of nowhere. This is such a cool little area. It's absolutely in the middle of nowhere, but we've got water and a little spring over there. So people have pack animals like horses and stuff. They've got like a little yards there. Tight place, a park bench. I mean, there's nothing out here. Nothing for miles in any direction. In the middle of nowhere, we have this little outdoor toilet there, and then just nothing else out here except this wicked little lunch spot, which I'm super excited about. Starting to get a few creek crossings now as we get towards these hot springs. Let's see if I can get across this line without actually. Let's see if I can catch myself falling in here. The balance across this. Hey, like a pro. Now we'll see if we can get Sage coming across. Come on, Sage.
Oh, now I have stage fright.
Nah, you're good. Come on.
Yeah, my phone is not gonna fall into this creek.
No, I won't fall. Mine didn't. There you go.
Yay!
Nice one.